Welcome to Leading Behind the Scene. I'm your host, Gwendolyn Young, the go-to business and operations consultant for six-figure CEOs who are ready to greet their next level of growth. And I'm ready to share tools, strategies, and tips to help you excel in your business and your life. If you're a service-based entrepreneur, be sure to join me each Thursday. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And don't forget to follow the show on your favorite podcast player so you never miss an episode. And if you love the content, leave me a rate and review. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey, beautiful people. We are continuing the conversation on business boundaries, when to say yes, and how to say no to create a healthier relationship with your business. If you haven't had a chance to listen to last week's episode, please go back and listen to that. Now let's get into it. Here's why business boundaries will keep you sane and stack with cash. Boundaries are simply knowing what you will and won't do or tolerate. They're limits you set around what you're comfortable with and how do you like to be treated. If a coworker, a family member, or a friend is toxic and causes you nothing but grief, it's natural to put up boundaries to limit your interactions. In some serious cases, you might even cut them from your life entirely. In business, boundaries can help you determine what does and does not get your attention so that you can focus on what's most important and actually achieve your goals. Many entrepreneurs in general start off as solopreneurs or lone wolves who prefer to do everything themselves, whether that's because of limited funds for hiring or because of control issues. Being a lone wolf limits your boundaries because you have your hand in everything from product creation to service delivery to sales and customer service. The truth is, we all have limited bandwidth. Burnout is a real danger for business owners, especially those solopreneurs who carry the weight of their success on their shoulders. If you don't have boundaries when it comes to your business and work life, it's very easy for you to lose your sense of work-life harmony and your motivation. Work-life harmony isn't just healthy for you, it also helps you produce better work for your clients and also allows you to show up the way you'd ideally like to for your clients. What you do in one area of your life also carries over into other areas. So if you show up better for your clients, you'll naturally show up better for yourself, and you'll also show up better and differently for your family and your friends. So let's go through this list of signals to see if you have weak boundaries in your business. Number 1, you try to do everything yourself. You refuse to outsource or allow others to help. Is this due to lack of funding or trust control issues? I'm going to challenge you to dig deep to find the lessons you learned in your past, maybe even in your childhood, about why you prefer to do everything yourself. Number 2, you have low energy and or you feel depressed. Feeling defeated every day will only cause your motivation to lag. Explore when this began and some possible causes. Maybe you should try changing your diet or your lifestyle so that you get more rest. And if necessary, search for a professional counselor if your low days affect your daily living. Ask me how I know. Number 3, you're resentful of clients and opportunities. Anything that asks you to output energy or give up your time. New clients are the crux of your business, and this is for all business owners. We know this. However, if you don't have the energy to enjoy the work that you do or serve them like you want, you'll resent serving them in your business. So brainstorm some solutions to that. Number 4, you feel guilty because you're not actually serving clients at the level you like to. If you feel that, chances are that your clients feel that too. When the guilt piles on, then you may try to overcompensate, which leaves you with even less time or too much focus on one client, while others continue to get lost. Start a list of brainstorming ideas to handle this workload and your resulting guilt. Number 5, you say yes just because you don't want to say no. You fear disappointing others, not because what you're saying yes to is actually a priority, but just because you're afraid. We've been trained to be polite, and in business, we fear that saying no will hurt our reputations. But no is a complete sentence. limits. If an offer or opportunity doesn't fit your vision, or if you're unavailable, if you don't have the bandwidth, simply say no. No excuses necessary, no explanations needed. No is a complete sentence. Number 6, you're dealing with poor sleep, poor health, or simply feeling bad as you go about your days. This goes hand in hand with having low energy or feeling depressed. Burning the midnight oil only serves to diminish your health and the quality of your work. It's a vicious cycle because your sleep affects your health, which ultimately affects your productivity. If all of that starts sliding downhill, then you'll naturally feel bad, which will keep you up at night. Again, ask me how I know. And last but not least, you don't feel like you're making any progress towards your ultimate goals, but rather just doing what's necessary to get by in the here and now. Some entrepreneurs may even feel like they're always playing catch up, or they're having to react to situations or client problems instead of being proactive with their business. But on the flip side of that, when you put better business boundaries in place, your business has the chance to grow and you have the chance to increase your income. You can experience wonderful things like being more productive because you have the energy and bandwidth necessary for everything you say yes to. You're more in tune with what you can and cannot handle, especially if you have not hired a VA or other team member. Having the time in your schedule to accept more clients or to create that signature course because you're being so productive. Getting back your time in the evenings if you choose to work on passion projects or spend with your family because you know clients won't be contacting you unless it's an emergency. You'll be enjoying your clients. You won't resent when they contact you, nor will you consider it a chore serving them. You feel grateful for the opportunity to serve them from your heart. Great service equals raving testimonials, which can turn into more new clients. You have the energy and time to make progress towards your ultimate goals for your business and your life. You have better client relationships because you know you're showing up for them fully and you no longer feel guilty that you're under delivering or not giving it your all. This is all about trusting in yourself, that you have the tools to help your clients, but that you're also selective in the clients you choose to work with. Saying no is a super important boundary. If you say yes to everything and everyone, you won't be able to determine who your ideal clients really are and who they are not. You might also end up with partnerships that are not truly beneficial, all because you didn't want to hurt someone's feelings. It's time to take those personal feelings out of business and focus on what you really want to accomplish. Every time you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. Business success requires you to be able to say yes to what's important and no to anything else. But what do you do when you don't know what to say yes to or how to say no? That's what we'll be talking about the rest of this month, so stay tuned. I know that boundary setting can feel intimidating, but no matter whether you're setting a boundary with a client, a boundary with yourself, or a boundary with a friend or a team member or a colleague, it's actually the most important thing you can do for your own mental health and the health of your business long term. Setting boundaries creates peace and freedom for you to do what you truly love and make the mark you truly want to make on this world and be the person you truly want to be. Thank you so much for listening, beautiful people. Until next time.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Leading Behind the Scenes. I hope you found some encouragement or helpful information today to help move your business and or your life forward. If you have a specific topic you'd like me to talk about or guests you'd like me to have on the show, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. I love connecting with my listeners. Also, be sure to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode and leave me a rating review. I'll see you next week.